All right, good morning, everybody. Meech the Money Honey here, bringing you my take on the markets today. Today is January 17th, 2025, and we are looking at the 1 hour Bitcoin chart. Looks like we're back off to the races, folks. We're now clocking in at 102.9 and not stopping. So it looks like our next profit target would be 103.9. So around this resistance level, 104-ish would be what I would say. But ultimately, we're heading to, if we're looking at the hourly chart, this resistance level of 107,693. If we pull this out longer term, that's what it looks like on the 4 hour chart, but it's already showing higher profit taking level of around 109. So that means that we're going to be zooming up to this next resistance level. So when you pass typically a certain support or resistance level and you hold that level, so meaning you would break through it, test it, and then start to move back up in that direction, then naturally the tendency, especially for algos, because that's how they're programmed, would be to go to the next resistance level. So this is promising that we're showing from my indicator a higher take profit over this second resistance level of 107,693. So I fully anticipate that's where we're going. Actually, I anticipate that we're going much, much higher than that, especially since we've got a huge crypto catalyst coming into play with a change in administration that is crypto friendly. So that's the 4 hour chart. We can take this out a little bit further and look at the daily. You can see that we have this strong bullish signal. So that's a good sign. And sort of kind of what I thought was going to happen. We've got this, we've scooped it out. This looks like a rough handle and cup. And then typically when you have a cup and handle pattern, you will see something like this. So let's draw the top of where we think this cup is going to go, right? So that would be the top. And what happens is you usually will have a break of the top, and then your momentum is one measured move higher. So your measured move, which would be, let's see here, what can we expect our next measured move to be? I mean, we could like go back and look at, let's see. I think it's going to be down here, honestly. So that would be 50% move higher after we clear this cup and handle pattern. So wow, that'd be pretty significant. I think that kind of holds up though. I mean, if you were going to do this from the top here, well, my chart doesn't even go that far. Yeesh. Let's move down here and try this again. All right, so 50% up from the top of this cup and handle pattern, or 48%, let's just say roughly. I mean, that's straight up. So, yeah, I mean, we're hearing all these predictions of 150,000. I I don't think that's unreasonable, honestly, if we're measuring the move that we've had, up until this point. So that would be what I would think. I don't think it's going to happen, like Zort straight there. Price moves up and down in waves, right? But yes, we could get there. And if we're looking at that happening, I mean, you could say April, May, we could be hitting that price target theoretically. I don't think that it's out of the question, but it's not going to be a linear move up. It would be amazing if it were, that's where the phrase to the moon goes. It looks like a giant rocket ship taking off when you've got a candle like that. That would be something to see. But yeah, I mean, I don't think those price targets are out of the question at all. So anyway, good news up on the crypto market. Let's take a look at the futures. Last time I looked at it this morning, we were up, yeah, up on the Dow, down on the VIX, so that means we're bullish for the day. Nasdaq up almost 89 points, S&P up 19 points. So that's looking promising. And I've had a lot of people asking me about these quantum computer stocks. I just want to take a look at MicroStrategy real quick since we're talking about crypto. Yeah, almost 382. We're up significantly pre-market. So, look at the similarity here in what Bitcoin is doing. So this is your Bitcoin proxy here, people. If you're not in any sort of Bitcoin, you could invest in stocks, and MicroStrategy is the best way to do it if you want exposure to Bitcoin. They've gone from a SaaS company to basically a Bitcoin holding company, and it's working out phenomenally for them. But if you want to measure that move, we could do that. So, you know, handle, cup, let's draw the top of our line here. Let's just say, man, we'll just say it's the top of this channel right here. That is close enough to kind of give us an idea. Now let's measure the move and see what we've got. So if we start from the bottom to the top of this candle, so that is, holy cow, 130, let's just say 138%. Good grief. All right, here we go. Let's measure it from the top of this. 138% would be, can't even get there. Wow. Yeah, this fourth resistance level, let's just call it a round number of $1,000 a share. That wouldn't be bad. So, right now, if you're looking at 381 and thinking, oh, that's too expensive, just remember what we just did. We're looking at probably by the time this thing tops out this next move higher, $1,000 fourth resistance level, just based on if we're doing the exact same way we do every other measured move. That's pretty phenomenal. So keep that in mind. All right, let's take a look at my one that I've been tracking. Let's see if I did organize these yesterday, so that's pretty cool that it's finally in alphabetical order. Down a little bit pre-market on the quantum computing. So, but this thing could be doing the exact thing as all these other tech stocks. So look at we're kind of forming a little bit of that same pattern. Um, but your top of your cup, if you were following the cup and handle pot pattern, would be around $20. So, I don't think these things are going down at all, even though we do have, we had a little bit of a pullback expected, that little bubble burst. But I don't think they're going anywhere. So, I would just, my advice would be to wait till you get another bullish signal on one of these things and you're over the 200-day moving average, which is this yellow line, before you got back in. So, you can always set an alert for something to move over a certain point or a price or a moving average. And then when you get that alert, jump back in. I would say it would be safe to do that. All right, quickly, let's take a look at our day trading. I know a lot of people are liking when we do that. I'm going to look at my gappers. We'll do extended hours. All right. So what have we got here? Of course, my criteria, it's got to have news. So let's take a look at TMC. That might have some news there. Where did it go? There we go. And then we've got another quantum computing stock that we can take a look at. So let's look at it on a 5 minute time frame. My criteria, it's got to have news. It was initiated a buy, so we'll see if that's enough of a catalyst. I want to check the volume though. Volume, significant volume, typically. But what I like to see before I jump into one of these things is some sort of pattern, a bull flag pattern maybe, or a flat top pattern is typically what I'm looking for. My lines are going wonky here. Sorry about that. Here we go. All right, so this is a reverse flat top. So I would not want to see it go below this level. And due to the fact that we have, a bearish signal on this thing and it's showing lower take profit levels, not really a great sign for this stock. So I would watch it carefully. If we, broke out of this top trend line here and held it and then started to move forward, then I would think that, we would, maybe have grounds to at least go up to the all-time high. But I don't know about this one. This is iffy for me. And I only like to take the A plus setups on day trades. So let's take a look at this Arc Arquit. I don't even know anything about this company, but let's take a look at it and see what the chart looks like. All right. Um, to me, this may be spotty volume. I don't know. Yeah, it's not the greatest. And I'm not seeing any sort of pattern that catches my eye. What we do have, the channel that may be breaking down. Oh, and we got a bullish confirmation on MicroStrategy, so that's good. All right, so this wicked off the bottom of this channel, and it looks like we've got a strong bullish candle. Yeah, I don't know. We might want to watch this on a minute time frame. Totally spotty. I don't know how I feel about this one either. It is showing a higher take profit, but I don't know. This one doesn't do it for me either. So that would be one that I would probably pass on. All right, we'll do one more, just, so you guys get the idea of what to look for in these things. And I'm just going to tell you, looking at this right now, this is going to be a red hot negative for me. I don't like the way the volume looks on this thing, although it is forming a bull flag on the 5 minute chart, but the fact that we've got this bearish signal, it doesn't make me feel the warm and fuzzy on it either. We may be breaking out of the top of this. So I would watch for, before I decided to get into this one, I would watch for a signal, confirmation, strong RSI, break of this trend line, a hold, retest. And also, you've got this resistance level here of $1.15. So for me, I would want it to break this resistance level, hold, and then back off to the races before I decided to get in. But, like if you're getting in at 115, 10 cents a share, I don't know, by the time commissions, all that kind of good stuff, I don't know if it's really worth it. It did have a high at 127. So technically, we could be looking at something, we might could get 15 cents a share out of it. But this is one of those ones where it's really got to have the solid volume for me and the momentum before I would be apt to jump into it. So I would be looking for also a signal here that would tell me that that we're getting some movement. But anytime you're day trading these things, you definitely want to look at the lower time frame charts. And it looks like this candle completely dried up. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one either. I'd be pretty selective with these things. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop there for the day. I appreciate you tuning in. If you like what I'm bringing, please consider subscribing to my channel. It helps me out. And if you have any comments, suggestions, please leave those for me as well. Anything you'd like to see me cover, I'd be more than happy to entertain that. But thank you so much. Happy trading. Have a great day out there, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Take care.